It's Week 8 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He's coming off a week where he stuffed the stat sheet in both yards and touchdowns. It's the Falcons and the Seahawks on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. It obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Down the throw on 3rd down. Knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now it's Lockett. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 3rd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete. They'll try to find Jackson Smith and Jigba, but it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, he will step aside for just. And he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trenton Simpson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, they take the other side right out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Jones on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta's 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Leonard Williams drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of looking behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll run here with Mason, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and out now come the Seahawks.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
From the red zone now, Smith. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
from 19 yards away.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 6. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work down inside the 45.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here's 2nd and 8.
That one deep for London.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs.
Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
15-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
Looking to throw.
And 7.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They go play action here on first down.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings talking about this running game. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Eluding the pressure right.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's brought in downfield by London. There he goes again, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds.
That motherfucker's slow as shit. Jesus.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Josh Allen, strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Jalen Hurts leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. And then on Monday night, folks, you are in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Gets past one man. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Smith.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Now a play fake here on first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Now 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
And going right back to Walker.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Marcus Jones.
Geno'd out of throw. It's caught. Lockett. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now Geno on first down.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. This is the tight end fan. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Myers' kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
After the interception, here's Smith.
Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
Shifts by him.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Geno. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
to pick up the 6. Brings up second.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
He'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff looking right. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
On the Seahawks 33-yard line.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Landry now in motion right. Back to throw again. Over to Landry on a bubble screen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And caught by London. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Look at this, a tight end carry. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 22.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
Ooh, the juke.
Wrap up.
Still moving.
103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Myers' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Time to get another look at Drake London and the Falcons offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
39-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
So Gino and the Seahawks down 27-20, a minute 40 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Smith, this throw finds Smith and Jigba.
Madden's gonna get on their bullshit.
Smith's going to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Smith to throw. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete.
Thank you,
They
Lord.
cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people
shit.
tell us all the time? It's location, location, location.
Man,
So
if
being
he'd have
at
been
home,
on,
that can
he'd
be a
have
big
shredded
deal
him.
Because remember, they were
And people
down
had
to their
pressure,
final chance
so
to
much
retake
pressure.
the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Atlanta,
They improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
See you next